In this part, we are going to add the profile stories to the page. And if you remember, actually this is very similar to our IG stories. So we can copy this from our IG stories project. So I just copy the components from the IG stories and paste to this project. And we are going to change this to profile stories, and this is the profile story, and we also rename this as profile stories. So now we are going to change the import. So this is profile stories, and this should be the profile story, and we also change this to profile stories, and also at last we also export as profile story, and we do the same for this one. So now I think we already do all the name changing, so we can save all, and then we back to the profile page, and then under this div we are going to import the profile story, and then we also import this on the top. And now we can go to our page and refresh to see what happened. Now we can see there are mistakes on the profile story, so we can go to here and to see what happened. And this is because we do not have profile stories, so we have to rename this. Now we also do not have this icon, so we also have to import the fun awesome. So now we copy this, and then we go to the terminal, and then we type yarn add, we add fun awesome, and then we also type yarn add the SVG icons. And now we also need to change this because we no longer has the profile, we no longer has the stories at the profile story. So we back to here and go down to here, and then we change this to profile stories, and then we also need to change this to profile story. Now we already import the IG stories to our profile page, but you can see the styles is quite different, or a little bit different, so we have to change this, but there's only a little bit change. So first we go to here. Instead of using the max content, we are going to use the 100% width. So now you can see the arrows already go to here. So we already go to 100%. And then at here we also need to change the width. So we use 100% width, and also we go to has a larger space, and then we can see it already expand to 100% width. And then we go to the fun awesome part, because we do not want the icon is white in color, because if you look at the real Instagram it should be black. So we have to change this to black. So we find the white and we change this to black. Now we have the black color, and we also want to add the opacity to be 60%. So we add opacity 60. And now this becomes 60%. And at last we have to go to the story. So we go to the profile story and change the size, and we change this to 24, and it should has a larger width of the username, so we change this to 20, and we also have to adjust the height and width. So we type height 24 and width is 24, and then we also do not need this gradient color, so we can just delete this, and then we just use bg gray 200 and save it. Now you can see this is gray in color and also has a larger size, and it should delete this height 24 and width 24 at the image because it already controlled by the outer div. So we save it, and now you can see the stories already created. And one last thing is the background color should not be white, so we have to go to the stories and delete this background color, and now you can see the stories already appeared on our profile page. But as you can see, when you scroll the stories, the scroll bar is still here, and this is not smooth, but we already add the cast scroll smooth and scroll bar height. This is because in this project we haven't added these two packages, the TailWind scroll bar height and the TailWind scroll behavior. So we have to go to the terminal and add these two. We also need to add the TailWind scroll behavior. And then for the config files, we have to add the required TailWind scroll behavior. So we have to back to the tailwind.config.file, and then at the plugin, we add TailWind scroll behavior, and also at here we copy this and paste to here. So now if we go to the page, and now we can see it scrolls smoothly, and also the scroll bar do not appear